guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things New York City and art, then I have some fun videos for you. Guys, I have an unboxing for us today, okay? I have wanted this bag for over a year. It has taken me so long to collect. I think this might have been one of the longer term delayed satisfactions that I'm presenting you guys with, and so I'm sorry it took so long, but I personally already am thinking that it's been worth the wait. But first and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at lelasophia jewelry. I put out videos several days a week, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Okay, we're just jumping right in because we've waited long enough. This, I'm so excited to present you guys with. I have to step back a little bit, sit back a little bit rather. This is the Carven Jeanne Tote in this gorgeous, delicious silver color that I just got via a seller on Poshmark. I am already obsessed with it. Now I can give you the backstory now that I've shown you the actual bag. About when was this? Over a year ago, when that Carven by Louise Trotter, cough cough, okay, icon already. For reference, Louise Trotter is now the creative director of BOTTEGA VENETA, and I immediately, even when those first backstage behind the scenes photos dropped, before the actual Carven runway, before Carven even had a runway, they kind of slowly, very subtly announced the rebirth of Carven at the hands of Madame Louise Trotter, okay? When that dropped, I was like, oh, something incredible is happening, something special is happening, and I'm so excited to finally have a piece from her time at Carven because it has been a long time coming, and I've really been wanting something again. Since before that first runway even released, images of that first runway released, the actual collection then came months later. This bag came a couple collections in, and I immediately was fully obsessed. Even the way that they just had it styled on the runway was just so stunning. I was so obsessed last year, but I could not decide on a color. And so I actually did a whole run around, which now I'm very grateful because I am listing both of those bags on my website, lelasophiajewelry.com, as a part of my Lela Sophia Jewels, which is the antique vintage archival little section of my website, you know, hidden jewels, found jewels, shall we? So I know a bunch of you guys really love this vintage Prada one that I got. I got an old Celine Phoebe Philo Cabas tote. Those now are going to hopefully go to new homes, but I was hunting and searching for a bag that I would love as much as this one for a better price. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like a tote bag. I've said this story so many times. I'm gonna try to hold this so that my arm doesn't hurt. I've said this story so many times, but my brother is like the aficionado of this style bags, and I always thought it was not for me. And so I wasn't sure whether I was going to like this bag. I wasn't sure whether I'd want to invest $1,000 into this bag, which is the retail. I think it kind of goes differently per currency. And so I think it's like $690 maybe pounds. And I think it's around 1,000, a little bit maybe above USD. Not that I don't think it's worth it, let me be clear, but I truly just didn't think that I was going to love a bag style. And so I do what I do best. And I hunted and I searched, and I found this gorgeous vintage Prada tote, and I was like, okay, never mind. This is one of the best bags I've ever purchased. That was such a crazy discovery. I loved it so much that I got a black one that is the iconic Celine by Phoebe Philo vertical Cabas tote. Since buying both of those bags, I loved them so much that I was like, but I really want the one that sparked me loving this style. And so for the last literal year, not to be dramatic, that is the actual truth, and I have timestamps in my channel to prove it. You guys who have been waiting for this unboxing are rolling your eyes going, yep, girl, you've talked about this bag so many times. I have been hunting and searching on the pre-loved market. I've only ever seen 2 go up on the RealReal. Somebody was very lucky and got a red one months ago for like $104 or something crazy like that. It was well under $150. And then this silver one dropped. I didn't even see it go live because it immediately sold out. It might have sold in like the RealReal's pre-selling thing that you pay for. I've never done that before, but honestly, it seems really worth it. This silver color dropped, and I was like, okay, let's do an experiment here. If I were to have seen this listing for $165, I probably would have bought it. do I want the silver? I think I had convinced myself to get the black because of how much I love my old Celine vertical cabas tote. This silver is so absolutely stunning. Then saw, I don't know if it was the same bag from that Real listing, but at a very similar time, Carrie Niklas, aka formerly known as Looks Like Carrie, and she had this bag at exactly the same time after it dropped on the Real, and I was like, hold the phone. I think maybe I now want the silver. Somehow, okay, the luxury handbag pre-owned got the smile down on me because one of my favorite stylists who I purchased a The Row bag archival from their second bag collection from two and a half years ago, Adele Becker, she posted this listing and I immediately was like, oh my gosh, are you in New York? Could we do a meetup? Could I buy this? And she was like, it's my client's bag. I found it on Poshmark, I offered, and now she is here. So it took a very long time, guys, but this is my testament, okay? My testimony, both, to just like truly how much patience and also like really truly understanding how you like to wear a bag, aka my experimentation with a vintage bag and with an archival bag and really truly figuring out that I will love a style like this. Adding patience sprinkled into that, I think really will get you like some of the best deals on some of the best bags. She's very, very simple. One thing that I think about this bag that made it that I feel like I needed this one. I still really love my vintage Prada. Some of my friends slash a lot of my friends have been like, girl, the vintage Prada is better. I will totally give that to you guys because the vintage Prada is iconic and clearly, you know, probably inspired this one. But there are two updated elements of this Carven bag specifically that I just was like, I can't get this out of my brain. I need to try this. The puckered top. Very weird, silly element, but I am going to show you why I think it is so beautiful because it really does, it is quite literally sewn so that there are little darts almost in the top. I'm gonna call it puckering because I think that that's cute. The fact that it now is not going to have the corners flapping, which I think is kind of iconic and really beautiful. This is the genius of Louise Trotter. I would totally speculate that she did a similar thing to me and tried a vintage tote bag like this. It's a very simple style bag. I'm sure a lot of brands have done it, but very much so, again, a la vintage Prada. On my vintage Prada, the corners kind of buckle anyways, and so having them be man-made to where you don't have to worry about them actually flapping inside and out, which still is really cool and like doesn't do any harm at all. I think that it just adds this like actual functionality to the bag while making it, dare I say, a little bit more feminine, if that makes sense. And so the gathered top is my number one reason as to why I was like, but I really still feel like I need this specific style. And the other one I think is obvious because this is truly the combination of the two bags that I have. The Celine one is like, you know, some of the most gorgeous buttery leather I've ever felt in my life. Phoebe Philo really just did no wrong. Leather handles, okay? Mixed with the satin is stunning and will be so functional. I actually love the wear on my satin Prada. I think it's just like really incredibly chic, but there were elements of both of those bags that I kind of wanted to combine. Hello, here's the combination. This is double lined. It is so just like beautiful. I don't know, it just feels really well thought out and really beautifully made. I love that you can kind of barely see the logo, but I still really do love the logo being there. There's really only one kind of interior element. If I can do this somewhat not awkwardly, I'm gonna be awkward in general because that's just me, but it just has one Carven pocket with another little logo there. That is going to be so incredibly helpful. I said this the entire last year when I started collecting those two style bags. These are what I use for my groceries. I use them for my errands. I use this style bag more than I could have ever imagined. My brother, rightfully so, has been right all along. This style, the sac plate, is that what it's called? From Louis Vuitton, and he has like a bunch of Celine vertical cabas totes. Completely, my purchasing of that one was absolutely inspired by him. I've given him credit away, hopefully. He was onto something. I didn't know that this is one of the greatest style bags of all time. I genuinely always thought I would be so annoyed by carrying such a large bag that's really only just top handle. No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And Miss Louise Trotter, I think, has proven herself over and over again that even before she went to Bottega Veneta, she just is quite literally a genius. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about the color most of all. Because of course, would black be gorgeous and iconic? If I were to see a black one on the real $400, would I buy it? Maybe, I don't know, but I do think that it's something really fun. I really love the rose goldy color of my Prada one, and something about this silvery, beautiful satin is just really having my heart these days. Gray notebook, you know, like they just really, these things are really speaking to me these days, and so maybe I'm just in my gray silver era. I know one of my friends already called it a phase, but let's just have fun with this little phase then. Last thing I'll say, I swear, and then I'll shut up and let you guys go on, continue with your day. If you do love color, there is a butter yellow, and I'm absolutely crying. I know people are obsessed with the red. I think people are obsessed with the green. The pink, I think, is like one of my favorites, to be honest, until the butter yellow dropped. I think it's called something sweet like porridge or something. I see it as a butter yellow. That, I think, if you are looking for one of these and you love color, that one is probably the one I would go for if I hadn't found this gorgeous silver that just resonated so deeply with me. Thank you guys so much for letting me share. Next video is going to be all the bags that I've purchased in 2026 so far recap, and so I think this is kind of the perfect cherry on top so that we can better inform ourselves of what we are going to continue to collect in 2026. Thank you guys, as always, again for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.